Hi, let's take a look at this is graphing quadratics or characteristics of quadratic graphs that are in vertex form. So some of those are some of the keywords that you need to know when it comes to these. So this question, it's got all these different parts, but it's all very similar. And once you kind of know how it works, these are really simple kinds of things to find out. So starts with the graph of y equals x squared, makes this parabola. Parabola just means it's that U-shaped function. When you graph it, it has that curve to it. It can be up or it can be down, just so you know. Forms a basic parabola with a vertex at 0, 0 as shown. Okay, so 0, 0 right here, that's the origin. And the vertex is just where the graph changes direction. Okay, so it's decreasing, it's going downward until we get to 0, 0, and then it starts to move upward. And so that's a vertex. That's all that means. So when we see y equals x squared, this is a parent function. All that means is it's like the most basic, simplest function that you'll see for the quadratic, the one that's going to have that U shape. Everything else is sort of built off of that one. It's adding on to it in some way. And so technically, this function is really saying y equals x minus 0 squared plus 0. Now, we don't write all that. We just say x squared. Just like we don't say, I'm 16 plus 0 years old, right? We would never say that. That doesn't make any sense. You're not going to say you're 16 plus 0, right? You just say you're 16. We don't say things plus 0 because plus 0 doesn't really change anything. But seeing it there might be helpful to help you understand why the vertex is at 0, 0 is because this is the left to right movement in the parentheses, and the plus at the end is the up or down movement. I'll put slash there. Oops. Can I spell? Probably not. Okay. So yeah, that's not easy to see, but the parentheses is the left or right, and then the plus at the end is the up or down movement. So let's see what that means here in this next problem. So we'll stay with the pink here to distinguish this one. So if we were to graph x squared plus 3, I'm not really showing you how to graph in this particular video, but I'm just kind of relating it to the original. The graph is just going to do the plus 3. That's the only change from x squared, right? And we know the plus 3 is the end, so that's the up or down. That means that the graph of y equals x squared plus 3 is here, and it's approximately like this. Oh my goodness, we'll pretend that that's a nice curve. I'm approximating that part. What's super important is that the vertex is in the right place. It's up 3, essentially. And so that's all. That's really all you need to know here is that the vertex is going to be still at 0, but it's up 3. Okay. So let's look at the next one. If it says x squared minus 5, then that means that instead of being at the origin, we've gone down 5. So we're down 5, and this is our new parabola. And it wouldn't be nearly as wobbly on your piece of paper, I'm sure, if you graphed it. We'll pretend that's a really nice U shape. Nothing changes except it slides down. And so this is at 0, -5. Okay. And that's in parentheses because that is a coordinate point. All right, let's look at the next one. Now we have something going on at the beginning, right after the equal sign. So we know that's our left to right. And the interesting thing is that it's always the opposite of what it looks like. So to me, plus 3 seems like it's going to go right. It's technically x minus -3, which is why it's a left movement. If we were to graph this properly, you could kind of see the background of that, and I'll try to post a video explaining that process. But if it's x plus 3 in parentheses, just know that it's the opposite, and that means it's going to go left 3. And so the graph for this one is going to be left 3 and still this nice happy little parabola shape. So the graph is at -3, 0. There's nothing after that little x squared part to tell us to move up or down. So we don't go up or down. We just go left or right in that particular problem. All right, and then let's see, get a new color. So this one is x minus 1 squared. And so that's, again, the opposite. And so it's the opposite of going left 1, we go right 1. And so this one would be here. And we'll graph that. And so the vertex, the change in direction is at +1, 0 for that one. Nothing after that to show that we would move up or down. And the last one, let's do this in dark green. So x minus 4 squared, that means we're going to go right 4, and the +3 is up 3. So right 4, up 1, 2, 3. And so the graph for this one is going to be here. So we can see that the vertex is here at 4, 3. So 4, 3 is the vertex for that equation. All right, I hope that helped. See you next time.